Standing in the Hall of Fame.
So guys, could you hear it?
Yes. Perfect.
Thank you. Then I can start off my presentation. Perfect. Very good evening to fellow Toastmasters, guests, if any have joined by this time, and anyone who has ever seen a dream. Today, in front of you on the screen is one of you, a dreamer who has gone through a small journey in Toastmasters, and I've got the honor of sharing that journey with you guys. And I hope that it will influence your uh, path as a Toastmaster and your journey as a Toastmaster as well. So to start off, what is the title of my keynote speech? I saw a lot of posters being floated from Infosys Toastmasters Mohali, and I'm really thankful for the branding that you guys did for me. The title of my speech is going to be WIIFM. Now, if you're wondering what does that mean, let me tell you, it means what's in it for me. Because I know each one of you, when you were about to pay that membership fees to Gagan Jolly, or sorry, not to Gagan Jolly, he's not going to get even a penny out of it, to Toastmasters International, you might have asked this question to yourself, which says, what's in it for me? And today I'm going to do that job for you. I'm going to show you a few slides. I'm going to share my journey as a Toastmaster, and I think that by the end of my speech, you will get to know what's in it, what's in Toastmasters for you. First of all, let me be very crisp and precise and talk of the technical things. The best thing about Toastmasters is we provide you a dual learning model. What do you mean by a dual learning model? I would love to get some chat responses while I'm speaking. Put in a yes in the chat box if you joined just for learning public speaking. Just be as truthful as you can and just put in your chat boxes responses saying, yes, I joined in just to learn public speaking. That's it. I just wanted to be on the stage. I want to get rid of stage fear. And that's the only reason why I have joined Toastmasters. Just put a yes in the chat window. Perfect. Now I want a yes from people who have joined specifically for this one person, that is for leadership and networking. I want to learn how to organize events. I want to learn how to be disciplined, how to lead a set of people. And I also want to learn networking. I want to build a nice network of people and influence people wherever I am. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much for your responses. Now, let me tell you guys, the first thing that you get in Toastmasters is both. Yes, we in Toastmasters help you by providing, as the Sergeant at Arms has already laid down the guidelines, that we have just one mission and vision towards you guys. That is, we are here to provide a supportive and a positive environment to practice communication as well as leadership skills. And let me tell you, the only thing that we need from your side, apart from the money that you have paid us, is an open mind. I want you guys to be very open-minded. Now, how does all of this come into my brain, and what does it all lead to? I'm going to structure my speech into these two parts, that is communication and then leadership and networking. And to address this, I'm going to use 3 C's as a baseline. And these 3 C's are club meetings, contests, and conferences. And while I speak of them, definitely I'm not just using the power of 3. There's one more scientific reason why exactly 3 C's. I'm using this because there is a quote that says no one can remember more than 3 points. So I keep pressing all of my points as power of 3 in Toastmasters, but secretly, this is the entire agenda behind it. Now, let me first talk of the first C, that is the club meetings. Your club, stop thinking of it just like a room or a Webex room. It's a family. It's a family that has been formed with people who have undergone some kind of difficulties but found out that, okay, Toastmasters is a place where I can get out of those difficulties. Who might have been lost in this big world, yet they were finding themselves, their own identity in this one small unit called as a Toastmasters Club. Many of you might have joined just because a random guy came up on the stage and inspired you in a second. Many of you might have joined because you might have seen innumerable posters being posted over Outlook and you were forced to get to Toastmasters. And many of you might have been dragged by people who were like, come to Toastmasters, chalo ji. And you've been literally dragged to the Toastmasters meeting. But let me tell you, as the new term has already started and you guys have been officially picked up as leaders for the club and the members have elected you, by all of this, what are we doing? We are creating a club, we are creating a family. Then, is it only about creating a family? Shouldn't, if I am a Khairdi, shouldn't there be a Sharma ji and Sharma ji ka beta to have some comparisons? Yes, there should be. There should be some competition, there should be some contests where I not only learn skills, where I not only belong, but I also get a stage to show off those skills. And that happens in Toastmasters through contests. By contests, you not only get to test your own skills, but you also get an opportunity to understand where actually the others are lying and where actually the others are exactly positioned in their journey as a Toastmaster. And then you get to learn from them. And lastly, conferences. Believe me, this one thing used to be the biggest challenge so far, but right now it has become very convenient and it has become so convenient that you can afford to get into conferences online free of costs. And believe me, once you are in a conference, let it be an online version or an offline version, you guys are gonna make amazing networks. You guys will meet CFOs, you guys will meet CTOs, you guys will meet people who are running their NGOs, who are running a lot of social networks and who have a lot of influence in their own society. And that's how you expand. Before I proceed ahead, I would again like to get a confirmation if I am still audible, visible, and my slideshow is visible for you. Thank you. So these are the three mega C's I wanted to put in front of you. And then I wanted to address how communication and leadership comes into play over here. Now, let me first address the elephant in the room, that is communication. Let me tell you, Pathways has made it possible to put communication in such a way where you experience something and then you put that experience into words through your speeches. So please leverage that. The way the evaluators are being assigned, the way you guys are driving your meetings, that is going to define, that is going to lay the foundation stone of how will you work upon your communication skills. And then, why is it important? Why is communication important? Let me show you a quick video and let us see what is speaking and what is communication. And let me tell you, anyone can inspire anyone. Okay, you go on the stage and read a nice quote loudly with full enthusiasm and people will be inspired. But then what will happen if you haven't learned it? What will happen if you haven't practiced it? Let me show you a quick example.
You know what? In life, man, don't cover the church by. Whoa! Don't judge the cover, judge the book. I man, don't book the cover. Book. Don't whatever. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Has this ever happened to you? You have a amazing quote in your head, you have amazing ideas in your head, you have an amazing project in your head, but you just can't find the right words to put it in. And then you end up making a mess out of yourself. And that is exactly why I want you guys to remember, just paying the fees for Toastmasters and not learning and not practicing communication is not going to help you. You have to put in some extra efforts and practice communication skills. I hope I'm making sense, guys. Please give me some responses in the chat window. Okay, perfect. Moving on. That's how I addressed my communication skills part. Now, who is going to teach me this one big thing called as leadership? Who is going to do that? Who is going to teach me leadership in Toastmasters? Let me tell you, we don't do that. This is not Wakanda, but then we don't do that here. We do not teach leadership. And to give you an example, how did I discover that there is no teaching of leadership and there is only just learning of leadership? Let me tell you, I found these three DTM, distinguished mistakes of my life, the three distinguished mistakes of my life. We practice leadership. I found a DTM, different Toastmaster with Swagat. I found an actual DTM, that is a distinguished Toastmaster Anirban. And I found this idiot, that is a dynamic Toastmaster Gagan Jolly. And when I found these people, I absolutely enjoyed the way I was never being taught leadership. I was being pushed to go and experiment leadership, go and practice leadership. Infosys Toastmasters Mohali, I am challenging you. If you guys are still not interested into leadership, just give yourself a chance and you will love the enthusiasm. You will learn the adrenaline that it pumps into you and the way you can influence people around you and influence situations around you. Go ahead, give it a try. Now, the journey is not about only the people. The journey is about creating a safe haven for these young leaders and these speakers to practice this speaking and practice